The 2002 NBA season is upon us on the 40-year sim. Hello, I am Nutty Sports Gamer. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to be seeing all 29 teams in this video, taking a glimpse at all of them as the season starts. Checking out familiar faces, rookies, players on new teams, players that have been on the same team for a number of seasons, etc., etc. We're going to be seeing it all on this episode. Hope you're looking forward to that because it should be a blast. This season should be a blast. I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you guys. Link in the description below. I got the 40-year sim history in a Google Doc in a link in the description below. Check it out if you're not familiar with the history of this sim. Let's get right into it, though. Starting off with the Pistons and the Bulls. The Bulls are still going through a rebuild post Michael Jordan, but they got some interesting young players on their team now. Jason Richardson, Andre Karolinko's there for a second year, I believe. They got guys like Carlos Arroyo coming off the bench. Zach Randolph, who I don't think he's going to be playing much this year, but they have him too. Shane Battier. And then on the Pistons side, Kevin Garnett, of course. Baron Davis, Stacey Augmon, Cedric Ceballos, Brad Miller, rookie Richard Jefferson, but I don't think we're going to be seeing him in this video. Bulls starting five consists of Troy Hudson, Jason Alexander, Karolinko, Victor Alexander, and Brian Big Country Reeves. There's a dunk right there to start things off for the Pistons. Now we got Brad Miller passing it to Kevin Garnett, who makes this basket over Troy Hudson, the Bulls point guard. Jason Richardson, is he going to score his first points in the NBA? Yes, he is, with a nice dunk. Reminiscent of a young Michael Jordan right there. Maybe he can take his place a little bit. Here he is making a nice jumper. So, I don't know. Jay Rich, look at this three-pointer. Sinks it. Bulls have an early lead in this game, and Jason Richardson certainly looks like he could be an interesting player in this league and for the Bulls. Here's a steal. Pistons with the ball. Kevin Garnett with the basket. 8-6 early on. Bryant Reeves passing it to Victor Alexander, the veteran. He misses. Kevin Garnett with the rebound. Pistons on the fast break. Here's a three-point attempt. Ceballos misses. Brad Miller gets the putback. Tie game at 8. Baron Davis misses the floater. Big Country with the rebound. And here comes Jason Richardson. Can he get the basket? He passes it to Bryant Reeves, who makes a shot there. Fast forwarding, and it looks like the Pistons are going to take care of things. But maybe we check out a little bit of the game. It's 82-57. And let's see if we can get some more Jason Richardson highlights. He passes it to Bryant Reeves there for a bucket. Bulls struggling in this game, as they probably will all season. As you see the Pistons get the rebound there. Ceballos handling the ball, passing to Kevin Garnett. The Pistons have made the playoffs the last two seasons. They're hoping to get past the first round. Kevin Garnett makes the basket there. I believe they made it to the second round in the 2000 postseason, but last year they lost in the first round. So they're hoping to build on their recent success and maybe make a deep postseason run. Kevin Garnett makes that basket for the Pistons. Can we get anything positive for the Bulls? There's another miss by Bryant Reeves. Kevin Garnett with the ball. Missing the shot. Brad Miller gets the bucket and the foul. 91-59. It is a round and a half. Kevin Garnett with the baseline jumper. And I think we've seen enough. Let's just stop. 107-66. The Bulls are already dead in this game. Why continue showing the punishment that that was unleashed on them? But hey, I mean, Jason Richardson showed flashes. His first NBA game, he could be the next star in Chicago. So that's exciting. Clippers Mavericks is up next, and Clippers, they still got Penny Hardaway, Larry Hughes, Stojakovic, Chris Webber, Vlade Divac on the Mavericks side. New team in many ways. Andre Miller, Wesley Person in the backcourt, Derek McKee as small forward. Then you got Larry Johnson, the veteran who's been there for a couple of years, and then Carlos Rogers at center. Larry Hughes makes the 3 for the Clippers there, followed by a Chris Webber bucket. 6-zip already to start things off. Larry Hughes with another jumper. So it's 8-0. Penny Hardaway, he's going to miss the basket but get the putback. So 10-0 to start the game. Check out a replay of Penny Hardaway doing his thing, getting the rebound, making the basket. So 10-zip early on. Penny once again with the ball, guarded by Andre Miller. He passes it to Stojakovic, who makes the jumper. And man, this is looking pretty rough. Will we see any more of this game? I think like the last game, we'll see a little bit more just to get a glimpse of these players. Penny Hardaway makes the floater there. And another replay of Penny making the basket off glass, pumping his fist. He's excited about this new season. Carlos Rogers passing it to Andre Miller for a 3. 91-62 early in the fourth quarter. Or I should say halfway through the fourth quarter, just about. Larry Hughes is going to pull up for the jumper to make it a 31-point game, and I think it's safe to say this game is far over, definitely over. 115-73 final score there. Suns Rockets, two teams that were quite poor last year, and they probably will be poor this year, but they got some interesting young players. The Suns at least do. They got rookie Tony Parker. How about that? Antonio Daniels is in the backcourt with them. They got Michael Redd on the bench, too. Eventually, I see him starting. Raja Bell is also on their bench. Dennis 3D Scott, Austin Crozier, Rafe LaFrenz is the rest of the starting five. Chucky Atkins, Harold Miner, Roy Marble is the Rockets. Stacey King as well. And somebody else. Oh, Alan Henderson is part of the Rockets starting five. Just an odd group, as we see Dennis Scott making a basket there for the Suns. And then Roy Marble with the shot there for Houston. We got, Chucky Atkins. Eventually Miner gets the ball, throws it up to, I think that's Stacey King with the dunk. Yeah, the Rockets are made up of it's an odd roster, that's for sure, as Dennis Scott makes that shot. The Rockets are hoping to slowly get younger as the season goes along, maybe trading off some of these veterans around this team. Tony Parker, meanwhile, for the Suns, makes a basket, his first basket in the NBA. Nice to see him on the board. And now we are seeing Harold Miner with a pass. Roy Marble with the 3. 11-6. Let's see if this game gets interesting. Looks like the Rockets are going to beat the Suns pretty handily. Yeah, the Suns don't have the best team right now, but Tony Parker is definitely a promising player, obviously. Only 3 points in that game, though. We saw the one basket that he made. He doesn't have the safety of being in the Spurs organization, so it's going to be interesting to see how he develops over the course of his career. I'm hoping that he develops to be a star. I wouldn't want him to be less than that, so I'll try to get him on that path. But it's going to be rough with the Suns as they get younger and go through a developmental rebuild stage. Jazz Grizzlies is next. There's Jalen Rose of the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis. They're in Memphis now. And we are seeing their new court in Memphis, by the way. They're facing the Jazz, who have Steve Francis, Kerry Kittles, Anton Jameson, Kenya Martin, and Lorenzen Wright. Grizzlies, Jason Williams, Vince Carter, Jalen Rose, Keith Van Horn, and Theo Ratliff, who they got from the Suns. Vince Carter starts things off with a dunk. Kerry Kittles to Steve Francis, who drives, makes that shot for Utah. 3-2 early on. We got Vince Carter at the charity stripe making a jumper. Lorenzen Wright passing to Steve Francis for the long 2. He sinks it. 5-4. Jason Williams, white chocolate, passing to Jalen Rose, gets the ball back, shoots the 3, nails it. I love these Memphis uniforms, by the way. I wonder if anyone else is in the same boat with me. I like the uniforms they have now in 2023, but these ones, as we see a nice block by Theo Ratliff there, these ones are just so cool looking. Jason Williams to Keith Van Horn for 3 to make it a 10-5 game. Steve Francis, franchise, Sinks that jumper. So the Jazz had a rough season last year, but they got a young roster. As we see a nice dunk there by Theo Ratliff. A young roster, still developing. Maybe they could be something in a year or two, but they're still trying to work things out right with the bucket for the Jazz there. Steve Francis with a jumper. He misses it. Kenyon Martin with the putback. Yeah, I'm hoping the Jazz eventually put something together with this group. An interesting, I don't know, playoff run at some point, maybe this year or the year after. We'll see. Checking out the rest of this game, it's a 30-point game. Grizzlies are up by 30. We see a basket by the Jazz and then a jumper by Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose with the ball. He's going to pull up for the midi from the elbow. 95-64. Just getting some more highlights in here for the Grizz as we see Vince Carter with a dunk. That's enough. We just want to see a little bit more of that game. Just a little bit more of a taste of the Memphis Grizzlies, who could be quite good this year. They made the playoffs last year, and they look good. Theo Ratliff could be a nice addition to the team. I like what they're doing over there in Memphis. The Jazz, we'll see. We'll see how things go for them in the coming months. I'm hoping for progress. That's the Jazz. I'm hoping for progress with the Jazz, at least some sort of progress. Heat Pacers is next. We're in Indiana for this game. Not too much change with these teams, except Jerry Stackhouse is now the starting small forward for the Pacers. Michael Williams, Michael Finley is their backcourt. Then they got Karl Malone and Eric Dampier. Gary Payton, Kendall Gill, the new shooting guard for the Heat. They're in the starting five with Clifford Robinson, P.J. Brown, and Alonzo Mourning. So that's the Pacers and the Heat. Checking out a basket by Jerry Stackhouse, his first basket as a Pacer. Alonzo Mourning misses a shot, gets the putback. I think we actually see a close game here in the fourth quarter, but let's check out a few more highlights in the first. Michael Williams handling the ball to Stackhouse, to Dampier, to Malone. The 37-year-old makes that basket over Gary Payton. 5-4 Payton to Gill. Gill gets his first basket as a Miami Heat. Michael Williams to Karl Malone. Back to basket. Turns around. Makes the dunk right there. P.J. Brown having a tough time guarding him there. Gary Payton misses the shot. P.J. Brown with the dunk. 83-79. Karl Malone. He's going to roll to the basket, make that dunk right there. 2-point game. We're in the fourth quarter. Clifford Robinson with a three for the Heat. 86-81. Michael Williams passing it to Finley. He's going to make this jumper for the Pacers. 86-85. 4:20 left to go in the game. Kendall Gill with a dunk. He's happy to be a Heat, I think. He seems happy making that dunk. Alexander, I think that's Courtney Alexander, the backup point guard for the Pacers. He's going to make a jumper. Maybe he's eventually going to replace Michael Williams in the near future, because Michael Williams has been there forever. Gary Payton makes a three for the Heat. 91-89. Alexander botched alley-oop. And now the Heat have a chance to make this a two-possession game. Here's a dunk by Clifford Robinson. Emphatic dunk. Alexander passing to Stackhouse. Let's get another Stackhouse bucket. Hell yeah. 93-91. 1 minute left to go. We got Robinson throwing it to the wrong man. Karl Malone passing it to Stackhouse to Michael Finley. Nice pass and nice bucket. Tie game at 93. Are we going to go into overtime? We'll find out soon. Alonzo Mourning misses the basket. Eric Dampier gets the rebound. And the Pacers have a chance. They have a chance. Courtney Alexander for three. No good. Dampier gets the rebound, though. And the Pacers get another possession. Stackhouse gets blocked. Dampier misses. Gets his rebound. And here we go with yet another possession for the Pacers. Stackhouse holding on to the ball. Let's see if he's going to decide to take it himself or pass it. He's holding it for a long time. Make a decision, sir. Jerry Stackhouse, drive. I guess he drew the foul. All right. Yeah, okay. He drew the foul. That was an okay decision. Let's see if you can make these free throws, though. First one's good. Second one will be good. 95-93. Timeout. Heat. Gary Payton, a good look, but he misses the shot, and that's the game. Indiana beats Miami 95-93 in a rematch of the conference semis from last year. And the Pacers, they look pretty good with their squad. The Heat, though, had a good fight. 30 points for Karl Malone, 18 for Gary Payton, 16 for Kendall Gill. Celtics trying to get into the playoffs for the first time since 1992 this season. The Hornets are trying to stay in the playoffs in the post-MJ era. MJ, Michael Jordan, was on the Hornets for 2 seasons before he retired. Helped the Hornets make the finals in 2000. But now the Hornets have to try to keep up that high level of play without him. They got Eric Snow, Katia Mobley, Jamal Mashburn, Rashard Lewis, and Scott Pollard, Kenny Anderson, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Brian Grant, and Lamar Odom make up the Celtics. 69-65. We got Paul Pierce making, right there. Okay. Makes a basket there for the Celtics. 71-65. Jamal Mashburn misses. Scott Pollard misses. Brian Grant with a rebound. And here come the Celtics. Ray Allen to Bob Shura coming off the bench, making a dunk for the Celtics. Jamal Mashburn passing it to Katina Mobley. Essentially MJ's replacement. Let's see how he does here with this jumper. He sinks it. So it's like MJ never left, right? 73-69. Lamar Odom with a bucket there. Jamal Mashburn, the Hornets' number 1 option, makes that jumper. 75-71. 4:43 left to go in the game. Paul Pierce, guarded by Mashburn, makes that shot off glass to make it a 6-point game. Katina Mobley jab stepping, passing it to Mashburn. Rashard Lewis for 3. That's good. 79-74. 3:43 left to go. Jamal Mashburn is going to make this layup for the Hornets to make it a 1-possession game. 80-76 now, though. Mashburn misses. 1:37 left. The Celtics can make this a 3-possession game, perhaps. Lamar Odom with the dunk. 6-point game. Checking out a replay of that dunk right there by Lamar Odom. And the Hornets, they need to act fast to get this back to 1 possession or keep this close anyway. Jamal Mashburn passing to Scott Pollard. Makes that bucket. 82-78. Pollard passing it to his teammate. Oh, I think it was Lewis. Pollard misses the shot there. Foul. And that's going to be it for this game. Mashburn had 33 points. 13 for Rashard Lewis, who had 3 threes in this game. Terry Mills is still in the Hornets. He had 10 points. Scott Pollard was 1 for 5 from the field, but he had 19 rebounds. Bob Shura had 20 points off the bench in 15 minutes, ended up being the leading scorer. 85-78, the final score in this game. Do we have any potential screenshots here? I don't think so. Cavaliers, Raptors. Cavaliers, pretty much the same squad as last year. Tony Kukoc is the starting small forward. This time around, I think he was on the bench last year, but he's now starting. They also have Reggie Miller, Terrell Brandon, Alfonso Ellis, Dale Davis. Who am I missing? I think that's 5 players right there. Raptors, Mike Bibby, Doug Christie, Wally Zerbiak, Pau Gasol, and Ben Wallace. Gasol and Wallace. I'm very intrigued by that front court. I hope to see them in action. Here is Reggie Miller to start things off, missing a 3. Pau Gasol with his first rebound of his career in the NBA. Mike Bibby with a behind-the-back pass. Doug Christie, who is going to make that shot for Toronto. Reggie Miller makes a jumper there for the Cavaliers. 3-2 early on. I wonder if this game we end up seeing anything from the fourth quarter. We see a 3-pointer there for Doug Christie, 6'5". Ben Wallace going to pass it to, the wrong player. Reggie Miller to Tony Kukoc in the fast break. Alfonso Ellis for the bucket. 11-9 now. Mike Bibby Can't make that jumper, but Ben Wallace is right there for the putback dunk. Tying things up in the first. Pau Gasol gets his first bucket in the NBA. Welcome to the NBA, rookie. And we got a missed shot there. Wallace with the rebound and the dunk. 88-81. We are in the fourth quarter, by the way. Terrell Brandon is going to miss that three. Dell Davis gets the putback. 88-83. I hope I just burped. I hope that wasn't into the mic, but oh well. Mike Bibby makes a jumper. 90-83. Reggie Miller to Dale Davis. Makes that shot over Wally Zerbiak. And how about LaFonso Ellis? Ball stripped by Pau Gasol with a nice defensive play. Wally Zerbiak, meanwhile, makes that basket in the fast break. 7-point lead for the Raptors. Zerbiak passing it to Doug Christie to Mike Bibby for three. That's good. 10-point lead now for the Raptors. They struggled last year. They're hoping to bounce back, especially with Gasol now on their team. It was all worth it just to get Pau Gasol. There's a dunk, though, by LaFonso Ellis. Doug Christie now guarded by Reggie Miller. He will make that basket over Reggie. And this game will be over, I believe. Yes. Wait. 99-96. Hold on. Mike Bibby going to make that free throw. We simcasted. The game got close. Okay, now it's over. All right, now it's over. Eldon Campbell. It's been some weirdness happening sometimes in 2K where somebody comes off the bench scoring like 28 points in 10 minutes, and it doesn't. It's kind of weird. But yeah, let's move on. Wizards versus Spurs. Okay, yeah. Wizards Spurs. We got Gilbert Arenas, folks. Damon Jones, Mike Miller, Al Harrington, and Jason Williams on the Wizards. You got Tim Hardaway, John Starks, Sean Elliott, Antoine Walker, and David Robinson on the Spurs. Gilbert Arenas, first NBA action of his career, misses right there. Mike Miller passing to Gilbert Arenas, takes a shot, misses. Two missed shots within 30 seconds. Here's a steal. John Starks going the other way in the fast break. The old man isn't quite fast, but he still made the layup there. 2-1. Jason Williams misses the free throw. Antoine Walker, the newly acquired power forward for the Spurs, passing it to Sean Elliott, who will pass it back to John Starks for the 2. 4-1. Gilbert Arenas. Come on, we want to see you get a basket, buddy. Misses again. 4-1 still. Damon Jones to Gilbert Arenas. No! Another steal. Tim Hardaway to Sean Elliott for the dunk. 6-1. Damon Jones to Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert misses again. A lot of misses for him, and only 3 minutes have passed so far in this game. John Starks to Tim Hardaway. And Tim will miss. David Robinson will dunk it. 8-1. Can we get a Gilbert Arenas bucket? Come on. There we go. Finally, Gilbert Arenas is on the board. First points of his NBA career. He misses that shot but draws the foul. And why not? Let's get some Gilbert Arenas free throws. You gotta love Agent Zero. Hopefully he has a nice career in this sim. 8-4 is the score. John Starks gets that bucket for the Spurs. We used to be on the Knicks, but he's getting kind of old. The Knicks are going through a weird transitional phase. Meanwhile, Gilbert Arenas misses another 3. Not having the best first game. Misses yet another 3. But I got to say, I love the aggressiveness of Gilbert as a rookie to just chuck. He just keeps chucking shots up there. And it's kind of fun to see that because I really don't see that from a rookie in 2K. So that's why I wanted to show you that. I'm not trying to make fun of Gilbert Arenas. He has 18 points at this point by halftime. Not trying to make fun of him. It's more like it's kind of fun to see him be so aggressive his first game. 31 points, by the way. 32 for 28. So we saw all the misses basically. And when we simmed, he made all his shots. So Interesting. 102-81 is the final score. That's a nice screenshot. I don't think I'll do a Gilbert Arenas thumbnail because he didn't have a great game. Let's face it. But hey, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in this sim, seeing if he can turn around this Wizards team that still trying to find their identity. Now we got Supersonics and Magic up next. T-Mac and Grant Hill of the Orlando Magic going up against Sean Kemp, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Bruce Bowen, and the Supersonics. Supersonics won 59 games last year. Magic made the playoffs, hoping to do more than just make the playoffs, maybe make a run at the championship this year. They got the talent to do it, as we see T-Mac make a jump shot for the Magic to start off the highlights package. Now we got Abdul-Rauf with a baseline jumper, 7-point game. Grant Hill making a basket in the paint. And then how about Mookie Blaylock on the Lakers last year? Now he's on the Magic. He's making a layup for Orlando right there. Checking out a replay of Mookie doing his thing. Abdul-Rauf, he's going to throw up a three. Miss it. Vin Baker with the rebound. And let's see if the Magic can pile it on. Mookie Blaylock makes the three. And this game is over. Not much to see there. 109-93 is the final score there. But wanted to get a little bit of a taste. We didn't really get to see the Sonics at all. Didn't really get to see Sean Kemp at all, unfortunately. But I'm hoping that we'll see more Sonics later in the season. Of course, I'm a big fan of Sean Kemp. Love seeing him play. Love the fact that it's 2002 and he's still playing like an all-star. Something that in real life did not happen. But he's only in his early 30s because he was drafted when he was a teenager. So he's still pretty young. He's still got a couple of solid years left, as long as he's gonna stay healthy. Injuries will turn off. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how his career ends as we move on to Knicks, Kings. David Wesley, Reggie Lewis, Scottie Pippen, Rodney Rogers, and Vitas Sabonis on the Kings. Rod Strickland, Sprewell, Anthony Mason, Patrick Ewing, and Joe Smith on the Knicks. Ewing missing a shot there, getting the putback. We're in the fourth quarter, tied game at 84. Arvydas Sabonis making a little jumper there for the Kings. Rod Strickland, the new point guard for the Knicks, passing it to Latrell Sprewell for three. 87-86. Scottie Pippen pump fakes, makes a basket for Sacramento. 1-point game. Knicks with the lead. Pippen with the jumper, and the Kings get the lead. Wesley to Pippen for three. Can't get that to fall, but Ronnie Rogers gets the putback dunk. 3-point game with 5.5 left to go. Scottie Pippen gets the bucket there. Let's see if the Knicks can respond in a meaningful way here. Rod Strickland passing it to Spree for three. Back to a 2-point game. Rodney Rogers sinks the jumper. Kings maintain a 2-possession lead. There's a jumper for Joe Smith. And here's a layup by Rod Strickland. Checking out a replay of Rod Strickland, his Knicks debut in this sim. Of course, when he was a rookie in real life, he played for the Knicks. Patrick Ewing gets a rebound there after Sabonis misses that shot to tie game at 96 with 2.5 minutes left to go. And we got Brent Berry missing. Anthony Mason making the putback. I almost said Anthony Davis, if you can believe it. Wesley with a three for the Kings. 1-point lead. Kings ahead. We got Strickland missing. Patrick Ewing with the dunk. And the Knicks get the lead back. We got some lead changes here. Rogers with the dunk. So the Kings get the lead back. Sabonis making that basket over Joe Smith. Sprewell guarded by Reggie Lewis. Can't get that shot to fall, but does get the rebound. Passes it back to Patrick Ewing. Back to Sprewell. Shot no good. Less than a minute left to go. 3-point lead. Let's see if the Kings can put this game away. Because, you know, be good for them. Rogers dunks the ball, and that might be it. But let's see if the Knicks can do something here. Missed 3. Kings rebound, intentional foul, another intentional foul. No, Wesley is going to pass it to Reggie Lewis, back to Wesley for 3. That should do it. 110-100 final score, 21-18 for Patrick Ewing, 31-16, and 9 assists for Arvydas Sabonis. And now we got Nets, Nuggets, Steve Nash in the Nets. He's got Fashawn Leonard, Sean Marion, Tony McDyess, and Zydrunas Ilgauskas on his team. Meanwhile, the Nuggets, Sam Cassell is now on the team. You got Steve Smith, you got Glenn Rice, Christian Laettner, and Oliver Miller. Sam Cassell being the big offseason acquisition for the Nuggets over the summer. So we will see, if the Nuggets can do something exciting this season, if they can get back into the playoffs. With Sam Cassell as their point guard. Can the Nets get back to the playoffs? Sean Marion gets a bucket there to start things off. 4-0 now. Sam Cassell's going to make that 3 for Denver. His first points as a Denver Nugget. Steve Nash makes a jumper for New Jersey. Ensuing Nets possession. Sean Leonard misses. And Tony McDyess with the rebound. Turns around. Fakes out Laettner. Makes that basket for the Nets. Sam Cassell dribbling. Smith passes it to Glenn Rice for the long 2. 10-5 now. Sam Cassell driving against Steve Nash. Does get the bucket. 10-7. Steve Nash receives the pass. Gets the screen. Passes it to McDyess for the dunk. Some nice pick and roll action there. Laettner makes a bucket for Denver. And now we got Marion with a nice basket there. 16-10. That's Steven Jackson out there? I think it is. The missed shot. Now we got Sean Leonard for the pull-up 3. Very nice. Let's see if this game stays competitive, stays close. Looks like the Nets are going to take this one. We've had quite a few blowouts in this episode. But, it's really just about getting a taste of these teams, getting a little taste of what these teams look like, what they're all about. I believe we saw the Mavericks early on. We haven't seen the Wolves yet. Got Stephon Marbury, Ron Harper, Ron Artest, and then you got Antonio Davis and Jermaine O'Neal. Solid starting 5, but, of course, with the Wolves, you just never know. You never know when they're actually going to break through, if they'll ever break through, because they've had a pretty solid roster for a while. Let's see if this is the year they actually take that next step. Larry Johnson's going to make a basket for Mavericks to start things off in this game. And then the Mavericks get the ball back briefly. Steal. Antonio Davis gets the basket and the foul. 3-2. Marbury with a 3. Looking very nice. Coming back to the Wolves for another season. Andre Miller to Derek McKee for 3. Derek McKee's getting quite old, but still showing he's got the goods. Antonio Davis, meanwhile, will make that shot for the Wolves. 10-6, Larry Johnson passing it. Miller gets the ball. He pulls up for the long 2. Drills it. 10-8. Ensuing Mavericks possession. Larry Johnson guarded by Marbury. That is a mismatch and a half. Makes the basket, tying things up. Andre Miller to Larry Johnson. Yet again in the post. That's a bucket. 12-10. Can this game stay close? It's threatening to be close. Looking like it. Nah, never mind. Mavericks will win this game 105-91. Larry Johnson at 28 points. 25 for Turkoglu in only 15 minutes. That's pretty wild. 33 points for Stephon Marbury. And now we're checking out Hawks Cavaliers. I don't think we've seen either team yet, right? I don't think we have. Maybe the Cavaliers. I can't remember, but actually, yeah, I think we did. We saw the Cavaliers, not the Hawks. So the Hawks, they got Chauncey Billups, Allen Iverson, Bonzi Wells, Tim Duncan, Dino Raja. This is the championship squad, right? They brought all those guys back, and Detlef Shrimp retired, Steve Kerr retired from the bench, but the starting five is back. They're playing the Cavs in this game. Tim Duncan passing it to Billups, back to Duncan for the mid-range jumper to start things off here. Del Davis to Tony Kukoc for three, or long two. Correction. Terrell Brandon passing it to Kukoc. That's a three. 5-4. Billups to Iverson. Iverson. He's going to drive and make that basket. 6-5. Reggie Miller steps back. Misses the three. Del Davis gets the tip. LaFonso Ellis gets the dunk. 7-6. Iverson, basket for the Hawks. Interesting. Going to be interesting to see if the Hawks can follow up their season last year, as we see Iverson gets the layup for them. It'll be interesting to see if they can repeat, because they definitely have a chance to do so. This is a very, very talented squad with two surefire Hall of Famers, and then some elite role players. And then Chauncey Billups is kind of a tweener, right? Could be a perennial all-star soon enough. As we see Duncan making a basket for Atlanta. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers, they had a great season last year too. 54 wins. We see Kukoc making a jumper. Can they follow that up with another successful season? Can they go deeper than just second round? These are all questions that we'll find out as the season progresses, just how good this team is going to be. Because they also have most of the same guys as last year. So I'm really curious to see how it works out for the Cavaliers. And the Hawks do win 108-96. That is that game. And now we're moving on to Nuggets Warriors. We saw the Nuggets very recently, but the Warriors is the first time seeing them. Their starting five is pretty much the same as it's been. I think the only change is Robert Horry, but I think he got traded midseason last year. Jason Kidd, Allen Houston, Isaiah Ryder, Juwan Howard, and Robert Horry as the starting power forward. We got a steal to start things off. And we got Allen Houston missing. Howard missing. Finally gets the dunk there to start things off. Allen Houston at the wing gets the screen from Horry. Makes the jumper for the Warriors. How about Sam Cassell passing it to Miller to Glenn Rice for three. 4-3. Sam Cassell, Glenn Rice yet again. He's feeling it. 6-4 early on. Jason Kidd trying to drive, passing to Robert Horry for three. He's no slouch. Big shot Bob. Won a ring with the Lakers in '99 in this sim. Leitner with a basket. 8-7. Houston to Jason Kidd for three. That's money. Sam Cassell guarded by Kidd. Passing it to Miller. To Glenn Rice. Again, Glenn Rice. He is really feeling it to start this game off. Robert Horry gets the baseline jumper. Now we're in the fourth quarter, 86-76. Robert Pack, jab stepping, passing it to Leitner in the post. Leitner does get past Robert Horry, makes that basket. 8-point lead for the Warriors. Now it's a 10-point lead thanks to that Jason Kidd jumper. Nuggets responded with a few points. And then we have an Isaiah Ryder making a three for the Warriors. Jason Kidd, alley-oop to Robert Horry. 93-80. Warriors starting to pull away. Jason Kidd to Allen Houston. Gets that basket to fall. This game is over. 106-94 is the final score there. 26 points for Glenn Rice. Had quite a few threes. Looked pretty nice in that game. We saw the Phoenix Suns earlier in this video. We haven't seen the 76ers yet. We're trying to get through all 29 teams, man. Sixers, Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Big Dog Robinson, Hilton Brand, Marcus Camby. That's their starting five. Hopefully we'll see some Tony Parker on the other side in this highlight package. As we see Big Dog Robinson get the rebound, making the basket for Philly. Dennis Scott misses. Rebound. I'm losing steam, guys. I'm losing my energy. Rebound Sixers. Van Exel to Marcus Camby to Eddie Jones for 3. 5. Zip. Glenn Robinson to Brand to Camby in the post. Guarded by Tony Parker. That is a mismatch. And Camby prevails. Suns still haven't scored. Nick Van Exel misses. You got a rebound by Brand. Eddie Jones with the 3. 10 Zip. Jones to Brand. To Nick Van Exel. Driving, blowing past Tony Parker for the layup there. 12-0. Tony Parker passing it to Dennis Scott. Pass to Austin Crozier. Finally, the Suns get a bucket. Big Dog Robinson for 3. 17-2 before I simcasted it. And it looks like the Sixers should easily... Got a little close there. A little close, but 183 is the final score there. 76ers beat the Suns. We got the Knicks. We got the Blazers. We just saw the Knicks. The Blazers are the team that we're seeing for the first time in the season. Got Damon Stoudemire, Rip Hamilton, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Rasheed Wallace, and Tony Batty as the starting center. Of course, Jason Williams was the starting center last season, and he left for the Wizards in free agency. Starting things off with a three-pointer there by Latrell Sprewell. We're in Portland. Rip Hamilton going to turn around, make that jumper for Portland. 3-2. How about a bucket there? I think that was Rip Hamilton again. Rod Strickland gets a jumper. And then Rod Strickland gets a layup. 7-4. Damon Stoudemire to Batty to Abdur-Rahim. Makes that shot. 7-6. Joe Smith passing it to Patrick Ewing, who makes that shot over Tony Batty. 9-7. Rod Strickland, top of the key, passing it to Joe Smith. He makes that layup. 4-point game, 3-point game act now. Halfway through the first. Sprewell misses. Ewing with the tip in. It's 14-9. How about some more Knicks action? Brent Barry to Latrell Sprewell for 3. Game's getting a little bit, well, can we see more of this game? No, we can't. 189 is the final score there. Sprewell with 23 points. Yeah, we're just trying to get through all these teams. We haven't seen the Lakers yet. We got this far. Finally time to see them. Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant, Brian Russell, Tom Gugliotta, Shaq. They're facing a very, very young and experienced Bulls team. Although Victor Alexander, the power forward on the Bulls, does have quite a bit of experience. Kobe makes a jumper to start off this game. Shaq guarded by Big Country, who he in real life said that Big Country was tough to guard. Shaq makes that bucket though. 4-1. We got a bucket by Troy Hudson. Kobe Bryant with the jumper. 6-3. Shaq getting past Victor Alexander for that basket. Tom Gugliotta, his Laker debut, passing it to Shaq. Gets dunk. 13-3. How about Jason Richardson? He showed some flashes early in this video, and here he is making a 3. You know, I think he definitely feels like a piece that can stick around for the Bulls for sure. Gugliotta gets a dunk there for the Lakers. How about a miss and a rebound by Stromile Swift? And now we got Richardson with the layup there. Yeah, Richardson looks good. The Bulls are bad. I mean, there's no mistaking that they're bad. But Richardson looks good. He feels like a stepping stone for this team. We'll see how everyone else develops, but I'm liking where he's at because he's only a rookie and he's showing me something. 21 points in that game for Richardson. Yeah, I'm liking that. Kirilenko, didn't really see much from him, but, you know, I hope that he also develops and becomes something worthwhile. We got the Hawks, Bucks to wrap things up. Some Dirk Nowitzki, some Manu Ginobili. They're both on the Bucks along with Jason Terry, Jim Jackson, and Dikembe Mutombo. And we just saw the Hawks a little while ago, so you know who's on that team. Jason Terry with the layup there. Manu misses. Tim Duncan with the rebound. Teammates at one point in real life for the Spurs for a long time. Billups makes a layup for the Hawks. Billups once again with the ball. He's going to pass it to Allen Iverson for the jumper. That goes in. Yep, there it is. And how about Billups to Bonzi Wells, to Allen Iverson. Dunks the ball over Manu Ginobili. Dirk Nowitzki can't make that shot. Kemba gets to put back. 6'4", Bonzi Wells to Chauncey Billups, who makes that basket. Yeah, this Hawks team is firing on all cylinders early on in this season. Dino Rogers getting the basket for Atlanta. There's no finals hangover here. You see Billups with the jumper. Billups starting to get more involved in the offense, which is nice to see. Passing it to Tim Duncan for the layup there. Draws the foul. And the Hawks were unloading on the Bucks there, and it looks like they will win this game pretty easily. 126-100 final score, 30 points for Tim Duncan. That's it, guys. That's all 29 teams. In the next episode, we'll be checking out up-and-coming teams. Although I will say there is a surprise player that ends up dominating the month of November. I'll wait until that episode before we really dive into it. You'll never guess who that player is going to be. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you in a little bit. Bye.